There's so many specs in this car that have had so much transfer technology flowing down to this car. It's absolutely fantastic.
This thing does definitely feel like a race car, a serious race car. Obviously the race car needs a lot of aerodynamics to keep the downforce because we want to go as fast as we can around the corners. It's been a long time, I think, since we've ever seen a front air dam on a road-going car.
With the race car, we've got very aggressive aerodynamics. It's a 100mm front lip here at the front of the car, and what that basically does, it squeezes the airflow right down, and it's something that's called the Bernoulli principle, so it will compress the air right down, speed up the airflow right underneath the car, and also there's a underfloor underneath the car which will help the air expand, and it will start pushing the front of the car down.
Right. I don't think I've ever seen a wing that big on a road-going car, and I certainly haven't seen a wing this big on a race car either.
With the 911 GT3R, the racing car, we have a lot of downforce being produced on the car, so hence we have a big front lip and a big rear wing, and here you don't need as much downforce on the roads. So we've got really good downforce in the front, and we've balanced that with the rear wing as well. So it's also a carbon fibre, so we're using the same materials.
Uphill, there we go.
That sound, I just love it. It's just the GT3 sound. Right when it gets around 4,000 RPM, then you can just hear it every single time. It just comes alive. The engines are basically the same. So we got a 4-litre engine. We got 500 horsepower. We got a little bit more with the race car, but it's all depending on balance and performance, where you restrict the airflow going into the car to balance it with other competitors. And this one is exact same architecture, exact same crankcase. I mean, the cylinder heads are basically the same. Of course, we have different components in the engine. You couldn't ask for a more race-proven engine going into a road car.
Any gears here.
So responsive going into every corner.
You can dial, the different sort of pressures or levels of traction control, and the GT3 RS has traction control, of course.
Yeah, I mean, this engine has quite a lot of power, as you know. With that amount of torque and power, you have to control it. So if you don't do that, it could lead to a situation where you're trying to save the car. But with this, it steps in and guides you out of the corner very, very well. But also, as with the race cars, you're trying to look after the tires as well. So you're always driving on that limit.
So this thing handles well. We're on road tyres, I'm used to race tyres.
So these tyres are basically the closest thing you can get to racing slicks as well. Yeah. So the Michelin Pilot Sports come too.
In the race car with paddle shifting, which is just it's a fantastic system, keeping both hands on the wheel, less fatigue and so on. And I see the paddle system in this, but the PDK, it's automatic, you can have both.
So the PDK gearbox is a Porsche Doppelungsgetriebe, so that with 2 clutches in it, and basically, we go from 30 to 40 milliseconds here for a gear shift, and here you have a seamless shift without any break at all in the gear shift. So that's a huge development.
So the system is probably a little more advanced on the road-going car than on the race car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, if we could have it in here, we'd have a seamless gear shift. We'd save time on the lap.
That's regulations.
Yeah, exactly, as well. You're only allowed to have 1 clutch in this class anyway. So.
What a great piece of machinery. It's a fire-breathing machine. If anything, a road-going car is like the race car, this has got to be it. I mean, it is it.
I'm speechless in this sense.